How to protect people in time of closed. Ashe, Ashe. It's gonna be windy today, so it may not be as great of a actual vocal part to it. Here I am at a state beachfront park. There's a little bit of a beautiful way for it to conserve the beach line over there. Pebble Beach shoreline here. It's a lake. I think it's called Lake Wiley. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in the tip just before you get up to North Carolina. All right, let's turn it around. One Love and Wellness. Ashe, Ashe. I hope you can hear me today. I'm about to go back to my vehicle and hopefully you'll be able to hear me better then. But I'm chit-chatting about Big Mama these days because I'm seeing some hidden nuggets, some hidden gems in places that I had not anticipated or considered or thought before, like some of the cartoons, like some of the animes, like some of the virtual characters, Wonder Woman. In the 1940s, I believe Wonder Woman and Ms. Fury or Miss Fury, who had, I think it was like a powerful influence on people. And then the creator of, it's just little tidbits that I've been picking up, but the creator of Wonder Woman, she actually was a scientist that had created something that was an influence on where the lasso of truth came from for Wonder Woman. So, but anyway, she was probably an archetype for a, a black person, those big old hips, the red lipstick and everything. So, and we're in good company. Protect and serve. Yes, yes, yes. We're in York County. That was the York County Sheriff. So, but anyway, it's a beautiful place for a quick stop. Just checking out what's going on in the area while I want to absorb some of this beautiful stuff that I've been able to. Oh gosh, look at the boats. I don't know if you can see that. There's a couple of. What is that? Can you see it? Can't see it past the pavilion. They're going past the pavilion right now. So I think the angle of the camera might make a difference. I don't know. But yeah, they're boating out here. The little getting to the little island and everything. All right, I'm fascinated with beautiful surroundings, and that's the kind of thing that gives me juice to get up here and do what I do. Midhu Kashiap. Hello, how am I? I am wonderful. How are you, Midhap? Midhu. Please don't be offended by how I might butcher the name. I mean no harm, but thank you for stopping by. Oh, yes, you know what? I get so many compliments on these sunglasses. Yes, I enjoy them. I love the rosier output, the sunny view that it gives me. So now let me start this vehicle up because it is hot outside. That sun is giving us a little bit of ooh, those birds are they're ganging up on whatever it is over there that they're eating. Okay, so yeah, so I was saying how, Wonder Woman, I'm sure that the prototype figure for Wonder Woman had to do with that of the black woman. I mean, who else was curvy and hippie like that? I think that even in London, well, I don't know if it was just in London. I think it was in the South and stuff. Those big dresses with those big skirt things and the big hind part. I think they was emulating, you know, the black woman's figure. I do know that is that George Washington University? Yeah, back home in D.C. There is a hippopotamus. This is what one of the symbols readers had shared with me. There's a hippopotamus statue out in front of. I don't know if it's the student union. I remember seeing it. It's a student building, but it's a representative of the original female figure, and it was a hippopotamus-looking person or something. I don't know, but this is what was told to me, that it was reminiscent of the energy of the melanated female. So, anyway, yeah, some of these rabbit holes that I've been going down lately. So let me. Oh, these people are swimming behind the boat. They out there. Oh my goodness. They're gonna pull up. Okay, I don't. Let me not get so distracted. It's so beautiful out here. But what I was saying is I do think that these rabbit holes that I've been going down as a part of my research, when I find little tidbits and nooks and crannies that I look in. So my big subject, my big topic lately has been about. Oh, I think I can turn the car off now. About the rebuilding, the since we were reintroduced to the table, and basically the head of the table, if you want a rethroning of the matriarchal energy. So it basically there are signs and symptoms of things that I'm seeing that are making it seem like, there's the picture that's been being painted. I need to show you guys, these daggone birds are circling over the car. It's so welcoming, I guess you can say, looking somewhat protective of, yes, Queen, we know you're here. We're protecting the area because we see these people. No, I'm just saying. And their intentions, and you're the only spot in the whole park, it seems. There's a little bit of there are a few people that are tan, but they are not melanated. They are tanned. Or yeah, they may be melanated. Maybe that's the part that activates under their skin for them to tan. I don't know. It could be spray tan. It could be, lotion tan, for all I know. But in any case, their hair and other attributes don't look to be. Um, I don't know what the melanated look is anyway, because guess what? We get there's so much mixture of hair. Look at my hair. I got curly and straight hair mixed together, which is not the fine curl, but the midway between. So, and I do have a lot of mixed cultures in my background. So, anyway, so Big Mama to me is making herself available again. Yeah, we got these gangster grannies, that grew up in a specific timeline of, female gangs, you know, um, boss chicks, um, businesswomen have to be a certain amount of masculine slash cutthroat to make it in the corporate arenas. So yeah, those grandmas can be considered somewhat gangster. If you look at the mother on Two and a Half Men, how she still frolics, and how her sons turned out as a result of her lifestyle. It's like, we're tired of seeing the emasculated image, and the masculinized uh, feminine, which is Rosie the Riveter. It was cool when it was necessary that there is a rising to the occasion. It's cool to balance out, each other, and shift back and forth with what you're good at and what they good at versus it being a male or a female thing. So if because I remember growing up and being in a household where there were certain times there were people in the household that would be a part of helping, but I got brothers, and or the father. If somebody got hurt, it was up to one of us, my mother or I, to pitch in to whatever, there was wallpaper going up, there was tile going down, there was bricks going up. I remember those were things that I had some help with, some mirrors on the wall. you know. So I'm good with my hands. Oh man, I gotta show y'all some stuff. Okay, so this boat is coming up, and this boat is already in the area. That's the kids over there howling. Ain't that something? The kids are over there howling. Okay. And the boat people, there's four boats. One, two, three, four of them. They beeping at each other and wanting to come out and play. So anyway, all right, folks. Yes, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So I'm getting these Big Mama notes and stuff together for you guys. I'll do a presentation at a later time, but I've been seeing, like, okay, like I said, Miss Fury, she didn't have what we considered superpowers, but she was super sensitive. So she had stuff like think and grow rich kind of on the max, on the fleek kind of stuff. And I'll look at her and see exactly, because I'm just reading the basics over some of the stuff. I want to get into looking at some of them and how they were, what was their figure like, what was their colors, the origins of black. Like, so Disney did not have a melanated image until 2009, but Marvel Comics had, what was it, 1975? No, Marvel. Yeah, Marvel Comics had their first. I don't know if it was Wonder Woman that was introduced or if it was a black woman, because I know Wonder Woman is influenced by the black feminine energy. But anyway, I'm gonna dig deeper. I'm gonna talk more later. I'm gonna read up, bone up on some, because even like right now, we've got across the YouTube platforms and across the social medias, a lot of black, strong, females, images that are strong, that are like a big mama, like matriarchal. How about that? Matriarchal figures. And there's one that is it's a Netflix series that came from YouTube, and it's about a black woman that's able to. It's like the galaxies are in her hair. She has powers and creates worlds. I mean, I'll go back and verify and clarify a little more for our next conversation. But the from that, from the 40s, which to me it took a long time for Disney, but from the 40s till now, we're now the anime, the cartoon, the programming, the virtual, the media. They're now prepping for, like I said, because of the bringing out for, they brought out the from the archive the melanated matriarch, the Black Madonna or the melanated Madonna, bringing her out, putting her on the front line, giving her resonance or reverence, to me was a sign, a signal, a symptom. That was a word. That was, not to say shots fired, but that was a shot that should have been heard around the world. That was a shot in the arm for all the sisters, for all of, for womankind, for everything that we've been taught in a patriarchal way, programmed, in the manners of, men being the heads or the uh, chiefs in charge, you know. So undoing that kind of stuff, at a very basic level, just like the religion, and just like the um, spiritual programming that a lot of us have been introduced to. Because if the God lives in, if the God spark is in me, if I'm a remnant of that God energy, if I'm from that lineage, that DNA of the divine, then what do you call those demigods? I guess you say. And these things shall ye do, greater things than these shall ye do. Things like that that I grew up listening, thinking, hearing that. Knowing that at a younger age, I had been walking through walls. I had been, seeing multiple dimensional things. I had been hearing things, seeing things, knowing things, being asked things by adults that knew that I was tapping into something when I was going inside for the answers. So, but in any case, that's enough for today. I'm gonna walk around and see the beach, and maybe I'll show you guys as I walk. Should I do that? Maybe. Yeah, because I'm not ready to leave yet. I'm ready to leave you guys, but not necessarily leave the whole Waterside thing. And I don't mean that I want to leave you guys. I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to turn it around so you can see me. So thanks for joining me today. Thanks for being there, Midhop. You're from India. Oh, thank you, Midhop, for telling me where you're from. I'm from the nation's capital here in the U.S. of ADC. Okay, and so good night to you, Kashyap. Mithu Kashyap. Good night to you. Good night. And so let's turn it around. Let me show you where I'm going. So it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that that's going on. All right, guys. Somebody might be ready to talk to me in a minute. Let's see what they say. Okay. Sorry for the bumpy walk. Sorry for the up and down bumpiness. Cuteness out here. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, nice looking place. Look, sorry for all the bumpiness. How about if I speed it up and walk faster? Real fast. Here we go. Here we go. He's still out here. Okay. So wow, what a cute beach. What a cute beach. Ah, I don't know what was going on just now. I didn't see anything on the screen. But this is an awesome little beach. And all right, the ducks are up around the peoples. The ducks are up around the peoples. Hey, ducky, 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 ducky. He's ducking behind the chair. Okay, so I'm gonna walk to the water, see this fishing on the outside, swimming on the inside. What a beautiful concept. And they put some white sands out here. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So let me get going. Let me have a good time in the sand. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. I will see you again next time. Love plus art equals wellness. Heart Happy Hour, season 7.